Eh bien, bonjour à tous et à toutes, ça fait un petit moment. C'est vrai que c'est un peu compliqué en ce moment de trouver des, des moments pour streamer avec le boulot. Mais là, j'ai l'impression que j'ai enfin trouvé un petit moment pour jouer à un nouveau jeu. Et c'est qu'est-ce qui s'est passé ou que reste-t-il de Edith Finch. Donc je connais pas trop le jeu, mais ça avait l'air d'être très intéressant. C'est un peu sur le thème Murder Mystery, donc résoudre des mystères. Du coup, on va voir ce que ça donne. J'espère que ça va vous plaire. En tout cas, on va découvrir ça tous ensemble. Et voyons. Attendez, que je me mette sur la bonne page. Hop, sur ça, on va mettre fin à ça. Remettre sur le son. Et on va faire commencer. Hop. Des débuts, mais je pense que ça commence tout juste de la page. Alors. What remains of Edith Finch. Alors. Oh. Déjà là, sur le menu pause, on peut voir la petite carte. D'arbre. Donc ça c'est Eddie. Donc c'est qui a disparu on dirait. Bah écoute, voyons voir. Hein. On est sur un bateau on dirait. Un petit journal.
A lot of this isn't going to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
Je vais simplement commencer par le début avec la maison. La maison. Ok, donc ça te lance directement dans...
Someone had put up a chain link fence, but it looked like I wasn't the first person to hop it.
Ouais, on dirait qu'il y a quelqu'un qui est déjà passé par-dessus.
My brother Milton disappeared when I was 4. It was like the house just swallowed him up.
Ah ok, c'est stylé. Donc les voix sont en anglais, mais il y a des sous-titres en français. Milton Finch, date de disparition le 23 octobre 2003. Né en 92. Il avait 11 ans. Ok. Du coup, je suppose qu'on peut pas passer... Ok, on peut pas sauter, on peut rien faire. Ok, on a un zoo. Donc allons par la maison. On peut pas courir. Ça me rappelle un peu la maison dans Harry
I
Potter.
lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
La maison des Weasley. Ok, en tout cas, graphiquement, très joli pour l'instant. Petite boîte aux lettres. Orcas Island Gazette, donc le journal.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
Mais elles sont pas ouvertes. Interesting. Et on peut pas... Non, ok.
I hadn't been back since my brother Lewis's funeral.
J'étais pas revenue depuis l'enterrement de mon frère Louis. Ah, stylé ce l'effet avec les sous-titres. Cool. No trespassing. Vidéosurveillance. Est-ce qu'on peut tomber? Ça a l'air un peu... Ok, ça ne laisse pas tomber, mais... Ça a l'air dangereux, non? Un pont sans barrière. Bon, bref.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked.
Est-ce qu'on est dans Blue Prince?
Maybe she thought I'd know, Or she thought the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
The Finches. Donc je sais pas s'il faut descendre par là, mais j'ai bien envie d'aller par là-bas. Ah ah, non, on peut pas.
I wouldn't have driven this way in a long time, but I saw a few hoof prints.
Ah, donc c'était l'accès... l'accès par voiture. Est-ce qu'on peut passer en dessous? On peut, du coup, je me demande... Il y a un cerf. Je me demande d'où ça mène, le petit chemin en bas. Tu restes là, hein, tu bouges pas, je reviens. C'est un peu pénible qu'on peut pas courir. Mais bon, on fait avec. Alors, le chemin était par là, je crois. Où est-ce que ça nous mène? Ah, cette grenouille. Ok, la musique elle commence ici aussi, donc... Ok, c'était ce qu'on voyait de là-haut. Plein de posters de gens disparus. Ah, mais de son frère qui est disparu. Et du coup, son frère, c'est qui? C'était Milton. Je me demande ce que ça veut dire ces petites feuilles là, ici comme ça. Ah. Ok, donc je peux pas aller bien plus loin que ça. Ah, et du coup, c'était là où on était nous. Est-ce qu'il y a autre chose à découvrir ici?
The truth is,
Ah.
even after I inherited the house,
Ah, donc elle a
I
arrêté
never
la maison.
thought I'd come back to it.
On est bien dans...
But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
C'est bien comme Blueprints. Ok. Je me demande si je m'éloigne du but. Je pense, hein. Et pourquoi est-ce qu'il y avait deux chemins?
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent.
Ah, j'ai eu un
As if
succès.
they're about to say something but never do.
Comme si elle s'apprêtait à dire quelque chose. Le premier succès, c'était de prendre les deux chemins pour aller à la maison. Donc du coup, les deux chemins mènent ici, au même but. Mais je suis curieuse. Qu'est-ce qui se passe si tu vas voir le cerf, du coup? On va y arriver, hein. Au jeu. En tout cas, ça a l'air très calme de vivre par ici, hein. Est-ce que notre ami le cerf est toujours là? Il est toujours... Ok, qu'est-ce qui va se passer avec le cerf? Mystère, ok. À la prochaine. Cool. Encore un poster de son frère qui est disparu. Wow. Ah, on dirait que c'est une
The house
partie...
was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
On dirait que c'est une partie de la maison qui est tombée. C'est vrai qu'elle est un petit peu en ruine, la maison, pour le coup. Mais bon, une maison gratuite. Hein. Ok, on peut pas... On peut pas passer... Bon, on va voir la maison. Ah, c'est beau.
As a child, the house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the house.
Ah, mais peur de la maison. Pourquoi? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a dans la maison qui te fait peur? Ok, il y a des posters littéralement de partout. Ah, une rampe. C'est-à-dire qu'il y a sûrement quelqu'un handicapé qui vivait par ici. Le garage. Et il y avait un chien. Ou un chat. Oh, on peut rentrer par la porte.
Crawling through the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Donc c'était bien ce qu'il fallait faire du coup.
The power had been turned off the night we left.
Ah ok, donc maintenant je peux plus retourner en arrière. Ok. Bon, du coup on est dans le garage on dirait. Il n'y a pas de courant. Mais au moins ça va s'il fait jour. Un petit congélo. Cool. Ok, la porte est ouverte.
For the first time in years,
On est en 2010, en janvier. Ou est-ce que c'est en janvier 2010 qu'ils ont abandonné la maison? Je crois que c'est ça. Janvier 2010 qu'ils sont abandonné la maison.
I felt like I was home.
Du coup, on est en quelle année? Wow. C'est faux d'abandonner la maison comme ça.
But instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Ellie, Louis, Dawn, ça doit être la maman. Donc ça, c'est les frères et sœurs. Eddie. Ah, la grand-mère est morte en 2010. Donc quand ils ont vendu la maison. La mère en 2016. 6 ans plus tard. Lui, ça doit être un des frères aussi. Mhm. Gus, c'est le père. Ah, c'est ça. On n'a pas la famille des pères, on a la famille des femmes. On dirait. Parce que Dawn, c'est la mère. Oh, le père, il est mort. Donc non, ça peut pas être le père parce que du coup... Non, c'est pas le père. J'ai dit des bêtises parce que sinon c'est pas logique avec les dates des enfants. On verra bien. Ok. Louis Finch, décembre, le 27 décembre 1988. Allô? J'ai un bruit. Son of Dawn. Ah, ouais, donc Louis est décédé. Qu'est-ce qu'il est en train de préparer?
Like how after Louis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Qu'ils ont un chat quelque part. Cinnamon. Apple pie. Cinnamon. Donc, pomme cannelle. On peut pas... Non, on peut pas tourner les pages. Ok. Donc le gars il travaillait pour une compagnie de conserve.
Or how only one restaurant would deliver to our house. So we had Chinese a lot.
Ok, soit c'est le vent, soit il y a un truc qui est en train de bouger dans la pièce d'à côté, hein. Je me demande s'il y a un moyen de rallumer l'électricité.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left.
Oh, c'est la grand-mère qui avait le fauteuil roulant. Non, pourquoi est-ce qu'ils sont partis aussi rapidement?
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
C'est choquant que la nourriture n'est pas plus pourrie que ça. S'ils sont partis en 2010. Et ça fait plusieurs années qu'elle n'est pas revenue. L'odeur, ça doit être affreux.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
Ok. Attends, le nom du jeu s'appelle... Ah non, non, j'ai rien dit. Donc je suppose que Edith, c'est nous, non? Et c'est le jeu, c'est ce qui reste de nous.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
Ah donc c'est déjà... Oh, stylé l'animation. C'est déjà écroulé. Effondré, réparé. Ok, donc on peut aller dans le sous-sol, la boîte à bijoux. On en vient de là, la porte d'entrée, voyons voir. Ah.
Edie told me once that every Finch who ever lived is buried somewhere in the library.
Ok, un peu glauque. Mais si tu veux... Ah oui, c'est... bien fermé.
A lot of things got left behind in the whirlwind of that last night.
Qu'est-ce qui s'est passé? Ok, on peut plus réouvrir la porte.
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Est-ce qu'on va le retrouver, Milton? Ok, est-ce qu'on va en haut ou est-ce qu'on va en bas? On va aller en haut.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Ah, c'est pour ça qu'ils sont toutes scellées. Ok. C'est bizarre d'avoir scellé toutes les portes, non? Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
J'adore la porte. Et ça, c'est la seule pièce qui est...
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up.
Très jolie. Oh, on dirait la maison. Oh.
Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him. Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find out what my mom had been afraid of.
Ok, avant d'aller là, il y a d'autres choses que je veux explorer. On y revient. Mais il y a d'autres pièces. Sven et Eddie.
The last time I was in Edith Sr.'s room, I was 10 and she was painting my portrait.
Calvin et Sam. Sam, il a pas de petit truc pour son nom.
My Grandpa Sam spent 7 years sharing a room with his dead brother, Calvin.
Ok. Là, c'est qui? Grégoire.
As a kid, I just assumed every house had peepholes and sealed rooms you weren't allowed inside of.
Pourquoi c'est une salle de bain? Sa chambre à lui, c'est une salle de bain. Ok. Et pourquoi est-ce que la salle de bain est scellée? C'est bizarre ça. Donc on va revenir à cette pièce. Je vais juste du coup aller voir le sous-sol. Voir s'il y a des choses qu'on aurait peut-être loupé. Déjà il y a ça aussi. Barbara.
Great Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Mmh. On va voir Finch. Elle faisait des films, on dirait.
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
Ah ok, donc on n'a pas la clé. Bon bah on va continuer en haut. Dans la... Est-ce qu'il y a des choses à voir ici? Là ça dit novembre, mais l'autre il disait... c'était pas novembre. Ok, on va y voir.
From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Oh.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Ah, est-ce que ça veut dire que chaque pièce, on peut entrer dans chaque
I
pièce?
grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole.
Et maintenant, t'es dans sa chambre.
Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage.
Oh, trop chou!
Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Mais je me demande pourquoi ils ont fermé le truc. Pourquoi ils sont...
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
Molly Finch.
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
La pauvre. Pichette.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Le pauvre poisson. Oh. Oh. Bah, dis donc, elle a de la chance, elle a une salle de bain pour elle toute seule. J'ai mangé.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Et j'espère que c'est pas comme ça qu'elle meurt d'empoisonnement.
I kept eating and eating.
Elle va finir de... Oh. J'espère qu'elle va mourir d'empoisonnement, non?
Then I heard chirping outside my window. It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached out for her.
Oh.
And suddenly, I was a cat.
Pardon? Ok, au moins le chat il peut bouger vite.
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared. Mom and Dad didn't even look at me.
Ah, il y a des... Il est Tivoni, il est la nuit.
The babies were all gone.
Oh. Oh. Bon, on va continuer à suivre cet oiseau.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Oh, bichotte.
Now I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird. I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Oh, c'est moi qui contrôle le truc.
Rabbits.
Des lapins. Ah, là. Tiens, les lapins.
I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew off to find something bigger.
Elle a vraiment faim, la gamine, hein?
A mama rabbit. She was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Pardon? Comment ça t'étais un requin? Je suis coincée. Ok. C'est un peu dur de contrôler le requin. Hein?
I rolled off a cliff and into the ocean. Now, I was hungrier than ever.
Oh.
I wanted fat, juicy seeds. I tore off her flipper, and it tasted really good.
Ok, j'arrive pas à la croquer. Elle est où? Là-bas. Oh, un bateau.
I grabbed on tight. But I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Oh! Oh! Oh, c'est quoi ça?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Oh. Ok, allons chercher les gens alors.
I was big, but I moved real quiet.
Ok, on vient de bouffer un mec.
I wanted to stop, but also I didn't.
Moi, je deviens de plus en plus gros. Désolé, capitaine.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
Oh, je te jure, le serpent.
I slithered onto the sand, and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Ah, toilette. Il y a un truc là-haut. Ok, bon, on peut pas aller voir là-haut. Ok.
I got closer and closer.
C'est ma chambre ça. Tu me dis que je vais bouffer.
All my stomach started growling.
Comment ça, tous tes estomacs?
And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
C'est perturbant ça, comme histoire.
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have.
Ah. Donc, est-ce qu'il y a un truc sous le lit?
I can't describe it, but I felt like some part of Molly was still here.
Ok, on peut pas passer par là. Mais on peut passer par là. Ah, ils ont amélioré le truc, on dirait.
This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room.
Lurpy. La maison a été construite en 1937 par Sven Finch. Edie won't go.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
Yeah. Mole man beneath the Finch house. Oh,
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious.
c'est vrai que c'est...
When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed.
Ah, c'est ça
She
qu'on a
could
vu
have,
dehors.
but she didn't.
Le truc qu'on a vu qui faisait partie de la voiture, de la maison. Ok, donc Sven, le grand-père, du coup.
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
Bah, c'est pas très gentil pour ta mère, mais bon.
Louis died a week before we left, but Edie had already started to memorialize him.
Ok, donc c'est la grand-mère qui faisait toutes les peintures.
Edie knit me a new pair of gloves every year, just in time to replace the old ones. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea.
C'est pour ça qu'il y avait une maison dans le lac, non?
Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island.
Son mari.
Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Oops.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Ingeborg. Je sais pas ce que ça veut dire. Ah! Si, ça doit... Oups. Ah, c'est pas mis à jour sa photo. Attends. Ça, c'est Odin. Et ça doit être la femme d'Odin. C'est pareil que là, Eddie, le mari de Eddie. Donc tout ça, c'est les maris. Donc Sanjay, c'est le mari de Dawn. Et Ok. Donc Ellie, c'est la seule survivante. Et je suppose qu'on va suivre l'histoire de tout le monde. Ah, donc ça, c'est tous les enfants de Ellie et Sven. Ah, c'est des jumeaux. Ok. On a encore beaucoup à découvrir. Ça explique pas pourquoi la mère a voulu sceller toutes les maisons, toutes les portes. Ah, ça devient rose.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife, Kay, left on the house was the pink bathroom. It was a pretty big trace.
There's a secret in this bathroom by Sven and Edie Finch. Il y a un secret dans cette salle de bain de Sven et Edie.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Huh. Ah. Studio de photo. Calvin Finch.
Sven gave Sam an old camera he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton. De retour. Il a tout découvert. Ah, et ça c'est la pièce de Calvin et Sam. Là aussi un passage secret. C'est très stylé. Oh. Ça fumait un petit peu par ici. Odin Finch National Park. Ah, il y a un... L'arrière-grand-père avait un parc nommé après lui. Photo. Join and fight. Ce command center. C'est vrai que pour lui on peut pas accéder là-bas.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin. And that he never talked about him.
Je me demande comment il est mort. Mais elles sont hyper stylées leurs chambres, je trouve. Ah. Oh. Ça c'est triste. C'est triste.
I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Calvin. Qu'est-ce qu'il va nous raconter, Calvin?
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it.
Oh.
My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did. At Barbara's funeral, we swore he'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Wow.
Maybe if I hadn't said that, or maybe if the wind hadn't picked up,
Ouais. Ça donne plus
then
gentil.
maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Ah, donc on voit à quel point ils sont morts.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Allez, hop là.
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Wow.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
Il est mort à 11 ans. Oh. Très joli.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room. Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again.
C'est très stylé les petites portes secrètes. J'aime beaucoup.
The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies.
Ok, on accepte par là, mais... Oh, toi t'as pas de tête. Alors ça... Oh. Ah, Barbara.
Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Ok, donc on peut retourner là-bas. c'est bon. My friend Bigfoot, Barbara Finch.
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
Hmm. The dreadful stories.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her convention comeback was cancelled.
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I loved your delivery on that. Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't
Je me
returned.
demandais ce qui se passait si tu
So
continues de faire comme
Barbara
ça.
went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, on joue dans le truc, ok.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house was silent.
Oh, oh, c'est bizarre. Ok. Ah, la musique d'Halloween.
She found Rick's scratch and imagined the worst.
Ok, cool. J'ai tout détruire, tout enlever de cette table. Un jour, il y aura un succès dans les jeux de faire un billard. Voilà. Ah! Ce jour est arrivé! Je viens d'avoir un succès! Enfin! J'ai littéralement tout détruire. Juste au cas où qu'il y aurait un autre succès. J'adore détruire les choses dans les jeux. Ouh. Ok. Ok, bon, maintenant que la pièce est bien détruite. Ok. Allons voir essayons de sauver son copain.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
Eh? Est-ce qu'il va y avoir un succès? Ok.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Tellement sûr que c'était
Barb,
lui.
relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious. All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and you...
She threw him out, but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, Have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Ah, c'est reparti. Oh, c'est quoi cette chaise? Il y a des trucs à casser. Ok, non, il y a rien à casser. Ok. Ok, alors, monsieur. Ok, ils veulent pas qu'on passe par là-bas. Donc on va passer par ici. Walter?
Walter, are you there?
Walter had vanished, but his bedside radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Uh-oh.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And whoever he was, he couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way out of here.
On tient par là-haut.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Ma chambre à Molly. Bah, du coup, on passe par la fenêtre, non?
She thought about abandoning Walter, but
Okay.
just couldn't do it.
Oh! C'est vrai qu'il y avait ça aussi.
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
Pourquoi tu marches tellement lentement? Il va plus être là et plus là.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Ding dong.
Someone at the door was dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Oh!
Oh dear.
Mais c'est pas marrant!
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true.
Ouais, ouais.
Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on poor Rick, who disappeared the same night. And little Walter, hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear.
Ah.
Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Ok, pas mal le concept. J'aime beaucoup. Oh. J'aime beaucoup. Hyper glauque, mais j'aime.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
Ok. La pauvre. Mais ok, donc c'est une famille qui est maudite en fait. Je vais juste. Tu vas aller aux toilettes. Il reste Sam à découvrir. Sven et Edie de cette partie de la famille. Et Walter, je suppose. Je reviens dans un petit instinct. Hop, soyez sages. Oh! Oh! Ah, je suis désolée. Le headshot que je viens de lui faire là. Oh! Oh! Mort du premier coup. Là, on peut pas dire que je suis un noob, hein. Et même... Oh, ça a l'air... Wesh. Ça va, oui. Désolée, j'observe tes œufs, t'inquiète pas, je vais pas les détruire, mais... T'es pas obligé de me... Ça va? Ça va? Tout va bien? Tranquille? Putain, ça m'a fait peur. Elle aime bien faire des jumpscares. Je veux dire. Salut. Ok, bon. Ok, donc ça passe avec le vaisseau. La navette, quoi. Du moment que je fais pas trop de bruit. Ok, je m'attendais pas à ça. Genre, ça run. Ah, bah, ils sont tous morts, hein. Je suis désolée, hein, mais... Non, mais... Je t'en prie. Tu vas m'abandonner quand même. Je me retrouve prisonnière, maman, c'est ça? Mais je suis désolée, c'était pas très logique. Hein. Mais il sait que tous ses amis sont morts. Et c'est reparti. Donc, est-ce qu'on va pouvoir découvrir ce qui se passe avec Sam, puisque c'était le frère de Calvin? Je suppose pour le coup que lui il est mort. À la guerre, non? pas sûre. Hop. Elle est dure. Qu'y a-t-il d'autre à voir ici? Barb's. Oh. Barb Street. Ah, les vinyles. Son uniforme de boulot, je suppose. Pourquoi le gâteau, le cookie? Ah. Happy birthday Barbara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 16 ans. 16 bougies.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
Maintenant, on sait à quoi où ça mène. Ok.
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
C'est vraiment cool les petits détails comme ça.
Whenever people ask me about my family, the first thing they always want to know about is Barbara.
Mais je suis jamais venue par ici. Ah ouais. J'ai fait ça, ça et ça.
It's funny. All those times I played with the music box and never found the basement key.
Oui, oui, bon, je comprends que tu veux que j'aille au sous-sol, mais moi je vais aller là-haut.
Mom must have locked the third floor stairs on the night we left.
Ok, bon, bah tant pis, on va pas aller là-haut. Donc, on va aller chercher la boîte à musique. Et on va aller au sous-sol. En tout cas, je sais pas pour vous, mais j'adore ce mystère. Je trouve que c'est super chouette. L'histoire, les visuels, c'est vraiment cool. Ok, c'est parti, le sous-sol. C'est dommage qu'il n'y a pas de lumière par contre. D'électricité, je veux dire. Ok, on peut pas jouer avec les poules, c'est triste. Ah, Sven, on va en apprendre un peu plus sur le grand-père.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages. I thought maybe she was hiding presents.
Le frigo là où il y a le copain.
It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Oh, ok, c'est une pièce secrète. Donc avant d'aller là-bas, il y a autre chose par ici. Non, ok. Ce que j'allais dire, elle est brave d'y aller sans lumière. Mais c'est bon, ça suffit.
I remember asking Mom once about where Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could.
Ah, c'est un bunker.
If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Bah, à part toi, apparemment. C'est la seule survivante. Ah, Walter. Ok, donc non, on va en apprendre plus sur Walter.
Goodbye, everyone. I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Et
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today.
dépêche.
I always expected to be dead tomorrow.
Ah,
But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything. Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Il n'a pas bouffé que des pêches, c'est ça.
And then one day, everything just
2005.
stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years.
But
I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can.
Ça moi me dit quelque chose. Ok, donc je sais qu'il faut passer par la trappe, mais est-ce qu'il n'y aurait pas autre chose? Ok, on peut pas passer. Ok, bon, on va aller par la trappe, c'est pas grave.
I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed Barbara and Molly.
Ah, donc il s'est caché parce qu'il avait peur de
And
mourir,
Calvin.
vu qu'ils sont hantés.
Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me.
Il va y rien d'autre à voir. Oh, il va pas se faire renverser par un train, lui. Par chance. Ok, on peut pas... Ok. Ok, bon, on va par là-bas. Monsieur qui marche tellement lentement. Ils marchent tous tellement lentement dans cette famille.
Whatever's out there, I want you to know I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day.
C'est pas
I can already imagine the sun on my face.
sûr qu'elle se fait renverser par un train. C'est pas Pedro Pascal, son personne qui joue Walter? J'ai un doute, hein, je pense pas, mais...
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.
Oui, c'est un peu bizarre, hein, le fait que... Bon, ferme les... que Walter, il a vécu ici pendant le coup où il vivait en haut.
I'm sure my mom was trying to protect me.
C'est vrai que c'est un peu chelou.
Maybe she was afraid I'd end up like Walter. But if she never told me about an uncle under the house, I can only imagine what else she was hiding. I don't want to make the same mistakes she made.
Mais ce que je comprends pas, c'est qu'il était pas obligé de rester sur les rails. Hein. Il aurait pu
Trying to bury something that's still alive.
Il aurait pu se bouger. Et maintenant on est à l'extérieur de la maison.
Now that there's only one of us left, or maybe two,
Peut-être deux.
I thought it was time I heard the stories for myself and found out what happened to everyone else. But now I'm worried the stories themselves might be the problem. Maybe we believed so much in a family curse, we made it real.
Repose en paix. C'est quoi ce truc?
I don't know if I should even be writing this.
Je crois que c'est quand ils écrivent des trucs qui meurent. Non, parce que le premier frère, il n'avait pas écrit. Hein. C'est quoi là-bas? Je vais aller voir.
Maybe it'd be better if all this just died with me. But I thought you should know about your family.
Par à qui là?
And the history you're a part of.
Je vais aller là-bas, moi.
Though to be honest, I feel as lost as you probably do right now. I think the people in these stories believed them, for what that's worth.
Il est où le chat? C'est qu'il y avait un chat. allumer le feu. Oh, je suis coincée.
And when you look at the house, that history of imagination and stubbornness and madness, any of it seems possible. I think we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
C'est une bonne question. Ah, voilà, cimetière.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one.
Ça fait beaucoup d'animaux.
3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Est-ce que il y a la la pierre pour Molly, le chat? Parce que sinon, c'est-à-dire qu'elle était toujours vivante. Et du coup, on peut peut-être la trouver.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Ça, je pense que c'est la fille, pas le chat. Calvin, Sven, Edie, Walter. Ah bah. Ah, donc Sam, il est peut-être toujours vivant en fait. Non, il est mort. Oh non, il est mort. Il est mort en 83 aussi, donc c'était pas pendant la guerre.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away.
Ah, Sam.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide.
C'est quoi?
Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night.
Ah, c'est l'ancienne maison.
Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from. She lost 2 of her brothers, just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. We never found Milton's body, so my mom insisted we were putting up a monument, not a tombstone.
Ça dit qu'il est mort en 2003 par contre. C'est une belle vue hein, d'ici, dis donc.
There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now, if she told me there was going to be so much climbing,
Ouais, tu serais pas allée?
I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
Ew. Ok, elle est dans ça, donc elle fait ça pour sa fille, bah son enfant. Oh oh, oh oh.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Ok, on va découvrir la chambre de... pas la chambre, mais la vie de Sam.
They were both pretty intense.
Tu m'étonnes.
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
Bah, vraiment, la guerre, ça ne lui faisait pas peur. Ok, on va découvrir Sam. Museum wrapped to order reprints. Oh. Oh, non. Ok. Un petit selfie.
Dawn,
Oh.
I promise.
Cool.
You'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
What?
Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? Please just take the damn picture.
Hey, language.
I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit.
Did you want to get a picture of me or what?
Ouais, 2 secondes.
Smile, Dawn. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are.
Aw.
Ok, c'est très cool.
You're right, Dad. It's starting to clear up. Still freezing, though.
C'est très très cool. Ok, vraiment là.
Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper. Hold still while I take a picture of you.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. Give me a minute to check the map.
Oh.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of you.
Dad, I...
Let me get behind you.
Do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. But if you want to survive, you'll need to be strong. Great shot, Dawn!
Oh, la photo elle est magnifique. Ah, c'est triste par contre. Ah, c'est triste. Ah.
I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay?
Oh, oh, je joue au père.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad! Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me.
Ok. Voilà pourquoi je m'y attendais pas. Hein. Oh. Bon, en soi, de la chasse, c'est pas bien. Ok. Au moins, les photos sont magnifiques. Je vous en prie. Ok, ça explique l'ours.
Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Ok, ah, tu vois des quoi qui c'est qui est. Ok, on peut pas plus s'appeler là, donc il y a forcément. Pardon, forcément un autre accès, sauf si on repasse par la fenêtre, peut-être. Ou par la télé. J'imagine. Ok, bah, je suppose qu'on repasse par ici, non? Ah, non, il y a... Voilà. Je me suis dit, forcément un truc.
After Sam died, my mom and Edie got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
Oh. C'est une... une garderie. Bah, pas une garderie, mais... A nursery en anglais. Ok, ça c'est terrifiant.
silly it sounds.
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il va faire?
But I worried about a baby being too happy.
Allez, bulles!
But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
Oh,
I know you did everything you could.
je m'amusais.
Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Uh-oh.
Damn it.
Uh-oh.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear this.
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh non. Oh non.
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory.
Oh.
About everything.
On est la grenouille.
But I know what happened wasn't your fault.
Il y a un petit peu, on laisse un bébé sans supervision.
I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
Oh oui, il avait 1 an. Tu laisses pas un bébé de 1 an tout seul dans un bain? Quand même.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
Agnette. Ah! Un poème
A poem
pour
for
Gus.
Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard.
Cool.
My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her, we don't need a stepmom were the words that I
now
remember.
pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
Ah, le mariage. Je suis censée faire quelque chose ici. Ah.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to
Come here.
But Gus declined and as a sign held up his middle finger. The wind picked up and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent.
Ah, attends, ça y est. Ok, où elles sont où les oies? Ah.
The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. The thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder."
Oh, il s'est envolé.
I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't. Until we found you.
Oh.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus.
J'adore cette histoire, mais c'est hyper triste. Ooh.
My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get.
Dawn Sanjay. Fly to India.
She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay.
Aha. Est-ce qu'on va en apprendre plus sur Dawn?
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English.
Ok, donc c'est pas encore l'heure d'apprendre sur... Non, mais j'avais raison de dire que Sanjay c'était le père de... le mari de Dawn. Ok. Mais du coup... Ok.
Lewis was born a year later.
Et Louis c'est celui qui porte... Tu dis parti... Non, c'est Milton qui disparaît. Qui est disparu.
When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back.
Milton.
And to see kids in the house again.
Oh, c'est beau. Très stylé, Milton. Milton, Louis, Dawn.
The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal.
Ok, donc leur mère leur faisait des cours. Reading is a...
But it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle. After Milton disappeared, the only thing he left behind was a room full of paintings.
Ok, donc on va en apprendre plus sur le petit Milton. Très
I
stylé.
think Edie was happy to finally have another painter in the family.
Tu m'étonnes. La brosse
Milton
magique.
Finch in The Magic Paintbrush.
C'est comme ça qu'il disparaît.
I was 4 when Milton disappeared. Mom spent months searching for my brother. Then she sealed the doors. Whatever Milton had found in the house, Mom didn't want it getting out. Mom definitely blamed Edie, but I think Lewis blamed himself. After he graduated, he just spent more and more time in his room until Mom got him a job at the cannery.
Lewis.
Everyone always told me to stay out of Lewis's room, except Lewis.
Petit chicha. Ok, donc on peut passer par là, mais est-ce qu'il y a autre chose par ici à voir? Non. Et non, je me demande comment elle n'est pas effondrée la maison. Hein.
Lewis's room smelled very, very familiar. That part of him lived on.
Tu m'étonnes. Bah, qui te dit de se ressortir? Je t'ai pas demandé de sortir.
Lewis and I spent a lot of time playing games together, but he was surprisingly bad at them. He died a lot.
Dear Mrs. Finch, as Lewis's psychiatrist, I can understand your desire for an explanation. As I see it, the trouble began in January, shortly after we convinced your son to seek treatment for substance abuse. Newly sober, I believe Lewis first noticed the monotony of his daily life. He kept working at the cannery. But he withdrew part of himself.
Ah!
In our sessions, I saw the same behavior. His mind began to...
Son esprit commençait à...
wander.
Ah! Ah! Ok.
I asked him to describe it. He said he started small, imagining a labyrinth. He'd feel his way about. Then something moved. Bats. And toads. and things that have not names. He knew it was all in his head. But he took it very seriously. I had hoped he'd find himself. But he found something more. I worried about him then, daydreaming at the cannery. I spoke with his boss. But he said Lewis had become a model employee. Methodical, tireless, focused. Like a whole new Lewis. So I let him go on. I even encouraged him. It seemed very promising at first.
Ouais, est-ce que quelque chose me dit que je vais couper un truc que je suis pas censée couper?
He told me he'd made a new friend.
Ah, toutou. On va monter là où on dirait.
On the edge of a city he named Lewis-topia. He built the city up slowly, brick by brick. Then he made musicians.
Ok, ça c'est très cool.
And songs for them to play.
Ça va,
He talked
ça
about
va
starting a band.
un peu loin dans l'imagination.
And he was always humming something. Every day his imagination grew stronger.
On va finir par se couper, non?
He no longer spoke at the cannery. But his chopping was as reliable as ever. Then one day it struck him that all the cheering crowds, even the stones under his feet, were all in his imagination. So he could do whatever he wished. He held an election for mayor. And he won. They begged him to stay, but his mind was already wandering. It became a game for him. He'd conquer a city, then immediately push on. New Louisville. St. Louis. He started drifting away from our reality. Minneapolis. Until one day he forgot to go home from the cannery.
Oh.
Even as his mother pleaded with him, part of Lewis kept sailing on. In Louisburg, he heard rumors of a
Oh, un peu vieille histoire.
beautiful prince. The prince was on his own quest for
Les arcs-en-ciel, on dit pourquoi pas.
Radiant rainbows. He followed the sound of his silver harp. His chase led him to a golden palace east of the sun and west of the moon. Even then, his logic remained sound.
Voilà, il y a de moins en moins du boulot.
He knew the world was all in his imagination. But he was so proud of having created it. In his own eyes, he'd become something greater than a king.
Wow.
For someone who'd never known success in the real world, I think it was overwhelming. And then it struck him that the real Lewis was not the one chopping salmon, but the one climbing the steps of a golden palace. My imagination is as real as my body, he told me. It was hard to argue with him.
Où est-ce qu'on est?
He began to forget the world we know. I think it pained him to remember Lewis, the cannery worker.
Ah, nous voilà. Il y a beaucoup d'émotions.
He began to despise the man with a royal contempt.
On va finir.
I still thought I could save him. Even after he said he was being crowned king over all the lands of wonder. The palace would be packed with his companions. Including the wise Calico who'd insisted on advising him. His prince waited, holding his crown. There was only one thing left to do. Bend down his head. And the rest I think you know. Mrs. Finch, your son was a kind man who will be missed by all of us who knew him.
My brother was really cool. I wish you could have met him.
Ok, il faudrait qu'il ne reste que Dawn maintenant. Et Edith, je suppose. Voilà.
He was so proud of being Indian. I think for him, it was a way to be something other than just a Finch. On the way back from Lewis's funeral, my mom told me to start packing. She waited until the day before we left to tell Edie. I'm not sure if she wanted to make it easier or harder. I wish we'd stayed. But I understand why we left. My mom ended up leaving everything behind. What happened that night had been coming for a long time. Maybe it should have come sooner. But it had to end one way or another.
Donc là, la chambre de Edith.
All that's left now is to tell you about that last night. That whole last day, Edie just watched us pack and didn't say a word. Until supper, when she raised her glass and said,
"To our final night together, and all our final nights apart."
Grandma, you know what I said about alcohol. Some of your medications are very
Edith,
specific.
I left a present for you in the hallway. Why don't you go open it? The grown-ups have to argue now.
I'm sorry, you're right. We're all leaving tomorrow. Let's just enjoy our last...
I'm not leaving.
Edith, you're excused.
The power had been shut off that morning, but Edie always had plenty of candles. When my mom said the library, I don't think she knew about the other entrance. Or that Edie had a key to it.
That thing you're afraid of isn't going to end when you leave the house. Edith has a right to know these stories.
My children are dead because of your stories. I think it's best if Edith and I leave tonight. We'll have the nursing home send a van for you in the morning. Okay?
History of the Finches by Edie Finch.
Dear Edith, there's so many stories I wish I could tell you, but there's only time for one. This is about what happened on the night you were born. That night, the tide went way, way out. It was the first and last time I ever saw the old house aground. There'd been an earthquake out in the middle of the ocean. They called it the lowest tide in 1,000 years. God, it smelled awful. You know, I've seen that house every day of my life. But I never thought I'd go back to it. When the fog rolled in, I lost my way. I got turned around.
Normalement, tu devrais voir la lumière rouge, hein, logiquement.
I started seeing things. Things I'd forgotten had ever existed. But when I saw them, they felt like old friends. That night, a lot of things came back to me. Or maybe I came back to them. Things I can't explain, but that I need you to try and...
Edith, what are you doing in here?
It's mine.
Edith!
Mom, you're gonna rip it. Let go! I kicked and screamed, but Mom dragged me to the car. I never saw Great-Grandma Edie again. The next morning, the van came to pick her up, but she was already gone. After that, we moved around a lot. We both tried to make the best of it. A few years went by. My mom didn't like to talk about it. But she started getting sick a lot. The rest happened pretty quickly. She got better for a while, and then she didn't. And then I was alone. The last Finch left alive. Until I found out about you. I'm still not sure what to tell you about all this. If we lived forever, maybe we'd have time to understand things. But as it is, I think the best we can do is try to open our eyes. And appreciate how strange and brief all of this is. This journal was supposed to be for you.
On est en train de l'être.
But now I hope you'll never see it. I just want to meet you. And tell you all these stories myself. But I guess if you're reading this now...
Oh non, on n'est pas morte.
Things didn't work out that way. This is where your story begins. I'm sorry I won't be there to see it. It's a lot to ask, but I don't want you to be sad that I'm gone. I want you to be amazed that any of us ever had a chance to be here at all. Good luck.
Oh, ça met la chair de poule. Ouais, c'est vraiment bien ce jeu. Bon, limite, c'est un film interactif, quoi. For Shirley Downs. Ah, trop bien. chou. C'est trop mignon. Les pêches. Un Napolino. Ils font vraiment des bons jeux, cette entreprise. Wow. 5 ans pour faire ce jeu. The end. Bah écoute, très beau. L'option rejouer une histoire est maintenant disponible, sélectionnez Edit pour jouer dès le début. Ah. Donc on peut revivre une histoire si on voulait. Oh. Trop bien sûr. Bon bah voilà. C'est la fin. Wow. Et bon. Il était vraiment bien ce petit jeu. J'espère que vous aurez aimé aussi. C'était plus une histoire interactive, un film interactif. Mais pour le coup, moi j'ai bien aimé. Et c'était un bon petit truc pour se remettre tranquillement dans le bain des streams. Donc je ne sais pas trop quand il y aura le prochain, mais bon. Bon, moi, on est de retour. Mais bon, sur ce, je vous souhaite une excellente soirée à tous et à toutes. Et on va se revoir très rapidement, j'espère. Allez, des gros bisous. Ciao, ciao!